come all the way from Jigawa to see His Excellency.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? And what impact do you think this will have?
Well, these are grassroots politicians. These are people who will determine who emerge in elections. And to a large extent, don't forget that we are likely to have a direct primary election. So it is not like a delegate election that is coming up. What you have seen today is very dangerous for other opponents against Yahaya Bello. What is going on for this governor is that we are seeing more support coming from the grassroots. And when you talk about direct primary elections and you're having people from the grassroots, then you can be rest assured that you have to watch that candidate. Don't be surprised what will happen at the election. I can tell you that. He's doing excellently well, and I can tell you that I'm not going to be in doubt that he could match. He's doing excellently well, and the people are appreciative of him. That he's a young man, he's courageous, he's visionary, and above all, he's governing a state that is so complex. Kogi State is very complex. If you can succeed with Kogi State, you can succeed with Nigeria. We are more peaceful than any state in the northern region, and people are talking about peace in order to be able to diversify. If there is no peace, you cannot diversify. He has succeeded in maintaining peace, and that explains why today we are having more foreign investors coming to Kogi State. So I'm very sure that this is a good development for us.
So, wouldn't this, wouldn't his ambition be in jeopardy if this happens?
If what happens?
If it isn't zoned to the North Central, or the North, as a matter of fact, the presidency?
Well, we are still awaiting what will be the outcome of the meeting that is being proposed for this week. But notwithstanding, I hope the view that whatever is the outcome, he will have to. It's a personal decision for him to make. Okay, it's a personal decision for Yahaya Bello, our governor, to make up his mind whether he will continue with the race or not. Don't forget that zoning is just for administrative convenience, and it is not a constitutional provision in the sense of where a president will emerge. But like I said, the governor himself, Governor Yahaya Bello, will sit down and look at how the political train is moving. If the party decide to insist on zoning, and the presidency is not zoned to North Central, he will sit down and hold consultations with opinion leaders and supporters across the country. What is important is that daily, Governor Yahaya Bello is gaining ground. Well, some people are looking at it as the way it was in time past when you have delegates voting. Now there's going to be direct primaries. It means all these opinion leaders you are seeing, all these grassroots people, will vote. And that is an added advantage because gradually it's penetrating the grassroots. And in democratic setting, mostly when you talk about a direct primary election, it is majority that carries the vote. So if you have majority with you, it will be dangerous for others to assume that they can run over Yahaya Bello, that Yahaya Bello is not an issue. Whether you like it or not, there are three things going for him. The first is that the slogan of the fact that it is time for the youth. The second is the fact that the achievement on ground in Kogi State, a very diverse state. There is no state that is more diverse than Kogi State. Okay? And above all, when you talk about religious sentiment, he has succeeded in having both the Christian and the Muslim with him. I'm from Kogi State, I'm a Christian. But I'll tell you that this is the first man that decided to build a church in the government house. And we have never had a Christian governor before. But this governor decided to build a church and said those of us who are Christian, if we want to pray, we can use the church in the government house just like the Muslim will use the mosque. These are very sensitive matter. You see, that politics built around sentiment to the advantage of the people. So there's so many things going on for Yahaya Bello. Like I said earlier, we have 9 states bordering Kogi State. Okay? So you should expect that kind of a state to be very porous. But today we are the most secure state in the northern part of this country. So by and large, there are a lot of factors that are daily manifesting to the advantage of Governor Yahaya Bello. So let nobody just assume that it's going to be the way it was in time past, because winning election is all about number of votes you are able to capture. And the more you are having grassroots people from north, from south, from west coming to say we want to support him, then you cannot ignore you cannot close your eyes to that kind of a candidate. It's a candidate to watch. Yahaya Bello is a candidate to watch, I can tell you. Let nobody assume that it can be as usual, that we can overrun him. You'll be surprised what can happen at the poll. So we wait and keep our fingers crossed, and you join us to be praying so that we can produce the presidential candidate.
Thank you very much for your time.